K we're going to see tonight.
Oh, for sure. As we continue on through this Ban and Protect,
Rapid
Kinetic
Fire,
and
last one to
Heatwave,
go.
the two to go. High Caliber, and you think Rapid Fire will be the next off the table. Just waiting for Legal to get that ban on out.
They're thinking about maybe
Shiva.
playing with
okay,
it.
it was Rise banning the Shiva, which I thought that's exactly what would happen against Fizzerp.
Maybe Legal goes with stock. They leave Rapid Fire in.
Nope.
Nope. Rapid Fire.
Man can dream, Matt.
Why waste the entire clock?
It's
Why
Fizzerp.
you do that to us,
He had
Legal?
He had Fizzerp in his ear going, bro, ban this. Legal's going, let me handle this, bro. Let me handle this, teammate. I got this done. Scythe from Fears. Now, with Kinetic and Heatwave out, you expect active camo.
Yes.
But do we potentially see a three lethal ability setup? We've seen it before from H2K, where they go Scythe, Tempest, Purifier. Is that something you think they do here?
It's potential for it. See, Classic, he's going to go Purifier.
Or sorry, not. Typically, it would be Annihilator for a team like
Octane, you
H2K.
figure, is going to go Scythe.
Okay.
And you're going to see the Purifier come out from Fizzer. So that's your two weapons on the side of H2K. Scythe on Octane. Saw that one coming. Lacefield's going to go Tempest. So we're going to have a three-weapon, potentially four. Obviously, don't know what Legal's going to do. He's going to go Camo. Last two players going to go Camo. So
It's...
Looney goes Psychosis over going Weapon. Thoughts?
I like the decision here to go three-weapon setup from a team like H2K.
Yeah.
On a map where, or in a game mode where you're trying to match the slaying power of Rise Nation, when there's not those huge game-changing abilities like a Kinetic Armor or a Heatwave where it can just completely break a hill. I'm actually a big fan of this three lethal specialist setup. They've done it multiple times before on Stronghold. They've done it once.
H2K tries to take the abilities out of the game and make it more weapon-based because, you know, obviously weapons, you gotta knock down those shots to make an impact. The abilities, I mean, Kinetic Armor, just kind of hit it. Makes an impact right there. Hit the buttons, make an impact. Heatwave, hit the buttons in the right situation, make an impact. They try and add a little bit more skill and precision to it, where obviously there's a lot of skill in when to time a Heatwave and when to use those other abilities. But the weapons are much harder in the aspect that you have to get the timing down and you have to knock down the shots.
Oh, for sure. And we'll see if it pays off for H2K in this one. Now, Matt, we talked a little bit about, would you be surprised if H2K 3-0'd? Would it really be that something that catches us off guard? We're both in the same boat where it's like, no, because they've done stuff like that before. But genuinely, do you think H2K win this match?
I tell you what, Rise would 3-0 everybody if their S&D was good. If their S&D was consistent, they would just run through everybody, minus Optic Gaming, and there would be tough matches with FaZe and stuff like that. I think Game 2 is huge. Game 2 tells me a lot for this series. Obviously, how Game 1 starts for H2K, we can usually kind of gauge them early.
Definitely.
When they get off to a hot start, we can tell it's going to be a long series for the opposing team. If they start to flounder, they get blown out, you can kind of see that trickling down towards the other game modes.
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge sign for me, the beginning of the series. And then obviously, depending on who wins, if Rise wins the first one, the S&D, they have a good chance to, if they do take that, they have a great chance to 3-0. If the first map doesn't go in their favor, they lose the S&D, they're all of a sudden find themselves in trouble. I think Game 2 is going to be massive in this series.
So, in the end, overall, though, you wouldn't be surprised if this one, after Game 2, is tied up 1-1.
I would not be surprised. Not be surprised if we have a 1-1 series after Game 2.
All right, well, you heard it here first, folks. Look for Rise to really be able to secure this first game. The big difference between those specialists is the likes of that Tempest versus the Psychosis. Either way, though, H2K, TK win. You got TSM playing right now, CLG win. All these teams right on the edge of relegation so far today have clutched. Now, it's up to TSM, who's playing on the primary stream, and H2K here on the secondary stream to continue on with that same trend. Off the break, there's one person I want to watch, and his name is Octane from Rise Nation. He's a guy who can single-handedly win a map for his team. A map like Breach on this first hill as well is his favorite type of hardpoint as he pushes right on up. It's going to be a four-man hit from either side through their bottom buildings. 2 trophies out, waiting for that wall run. Not going to see anybody there as of yet. The first challenge comes in, and Octane gets the better of his opponent.
He mostly gets the better of his opponent all the time. And Octane is so good with the M8. And, he's going to try and fly into the hill. Lacefield's able to take him out. It's going to be an early lead here.
I think Lacefield just spawned in with that. I think Lacefield just spawned in with that HC.
Yeah, pretty much. See, Classic inside of the hard point. He's going to put down some shots on one player. Not able to take him out. And you see those trophy systems. We see H2K all the time. They love to throw the tacticals, love to throw Semtexes. Nah, Octane throwing those trophies down for teammates. There's one player going on a long flank on wall run, and that could be dangerous for H2K from the standpoint that you could potentially giving the spawns over to the side of Rise Nation. And unfortunately for H2K, they don't. Some sloppy shots there out of Fears.
That's the stock submachine gun. Oh no, he doesn't even have stock on. That was just a beautiful strafe.
No. Yeah, that was
okay,
just
Looney.
Some great movement by Looney, and it's going to be Looney and Classic getting over towards that Cage's hardpoint first. They're going to play from the outside. They're just going to try and win these gunfights before they get control of it. And you see 2 kills there from Looney, trying to pick up a third, not able to do so. His teammate's going to drop as well. Classic in the back, though, able to fight this off. He's going to be able to pick up 2. And Classic is a player who is so good.
Oh my gosh.
He always in the right position, always picking up big kills. But Looney getting off to a fantastic start.
Who's this? Looney somehow gets into construction for the flank, unfortunately.
And we talked about with H2K, which H2K we're going to see. And they are down 62-8.
Yeah, apparently it's the H2K that only has 8 points through the first 2 hard points.
And they're not going to break this one. They're going to have to go over towards Palace. This is going to be...
Wait. Whoa. Fizzerp.
Yeah, no, they're struggling right now. I mean, this is not the start you wanted if you're an H2K fan. He's got a guy coming to his right. Fizzerp really struggling right now, and he was a big part of their success, right? He was playing really well in the respawns, picking up lots of kills. Right now, trying to run the VMP, struggling a little bit. H2K
there you go.
Needs to make a huge play to keep this hill. You're going to see Fizzerp throw down some trophies for some teammates in the hill. See if Rise Nation is able to break this. They got to take their time, break this hill. H2K can get right back in the game here. You're going to see Classic pick up 1. It's going to be Fears trading kills there with his teammates, and this is a big gun battle. Looney's able to win it. Now he just needs to stay alive. Wait for his teammates to get near the hill. Classic with 1, Slacked with another. But it's H2K still in control of this hardpoint. Rise finally able to break it. Still a decent amount of time left on it. You have Octane in the back with the M8. He's going to drop. Kills just being traded by either team. Classic still has these streaks. We'll see how he uses those later in the game. Slacked in the hill as well. He's got one more player to his right, able to take Lacefield out that entire time. And Rise actually able to set up for the next hard point as well. Slack needs to rotate out, let Classic pick up the hill. It's his teammates in the next one are being pushed, and Octane's picking up 2. Looney with 1. Fantastic play by Looney to stay alive here in the hardpoint, just waiting for teammates to get close. He's going to drop, but that is a huge play by Looney.
I'll tell you why that rotation worked for Rise. Even though they were outnumbered 2v4, they recognized that 3 players were pushing through that top, middle, and construction side. Instead of Octane waiting to get pinched, he brought the action to the player at the back AC vent. Once he killed him, that baited out the opponents to just begin to rush up towards top green. He catches a player mantling, and then they finish out the final 2 kills. Rise in full control. They slide in with Psychosis. They go for the break. It doesn't happen yet. But either way, looking very solid in this game. One the exact start you want to see. The exact start you want to see Rise Nation have, in the beginning of this series.
Well, H2K, they've climbed back a little bit into this one, in retrospect to how far they were behind, and it's going to be a big gun engagements over here in the back, and it's going to be Fears and Legal winning 2, so could be H2K in control of this next hill as well. You're going to see Legal's going to win another one against Looney, and they're going to get control of Lab early, so fantastic stuff out of H2K these last 2 hills. They are mounting the comeback, especially, you see, if Fizzerp can start getting going, Jack, they could definitely make this comeback happen.
For sure, as Fizzerp's going to continue to watch this top AC area. Now as he rotates, he gets some calls from teammates. The pressure coming in from construction. He's got 2 players in his sights. I will say outright, Matt, that the strafes of Rise have just completely destroyed H2K multiple times in gunfights that they should have won. You can see Slack even showing it off right there. Gets 1, waits for the second kill. He'll get some help from his teammates. They should continue to push this one on out, especially with the Purifier. That's going to force Lacefield and Fizzerp to go for the long pinch.
They do a fantastic job of just strafing and baiting each other out. Classic's going to be able to pick up 2 with the Purifier. See some shaky shots right there from Octane as Fears is able to win that top AC. It's going to get another kill in the process, but the hill still in control to Rise Nation. It's going to be H2K setting up for this middle hard point. See how they decide to hold it. The lightning strike comes in from Classic, not able to get anybody with it. So you're pretty fortunate if you're H2K there, and you see Fears with the sight. He's able to pick up 2, make it 3. Big kills, and he's going to get a 4th. Big kills there out of Fears as H2K trying to mount the comeback, only down 40 or so points.
It's Purifier time from Fizzerp as well. He's just pre-firing this door. You've got Fears helping as well. Unfortunate timing there for him as he turns just prior to spotting a player near bottom palace. H2K They were down by, what, 80, 90 seconds. Now they brought it back within 30. Rise Nation beginning to just get overwhelmed as H2K Slang has completely been brought back into this game. It's almost even in the kills department now.
It's unreal. I mean, this is didn't we see Rise do this last night where they got out to a really big lead and they ended up blowing the game? Or was it the S&D that they just kind of gave away last night?
It was the S&D.
Yeah.
It was the S&D where there were so many rounds where you just kind of went, what? They just did stuff that looked like a bottom tier team, and they lost it, and their S&D still looks very sloppy. Either way, though, you've got Lacefield on the hard point. Oh my God, Looney, you just got destroyed. He used the Psychosis, doesn't work out for him there. As Rise Nation, they're doing what they can to hang in this. And now, Matt, I will point out that a big reason why H2K kind of climbed back into things was great uses of their lethal specialist abilities. The Scythe and Purifier both got 4 kills on the map. Now they're trying to hold off this push. Beautiful stuff from Legal to slide in and break that hardpoint. Legal and Fierce, the duo, leading the slaying on this H2K squad. Opportunity to get these last 25 seconds of scrap time now as there's now beginning a pinch from Rise Nation. Legal's going to try to push it out. He gets caught by the player standing on rails. And where are they? Why? Who was over here? Someone was standing here bottom greenhouse, and they just all got forced spawned there.
And H2K, I mean, they get killed off of cages. They give up all that time, and it's going to be Rise Nation set up in Palace. So
up by almost a minute again?
Yeah, unless we see a crazy break here as Classic's able to pick up 2. He's got one more player directly to his right. Going to call on the HC, try and take him out. Going to bring him right around the corner, able to pick him up. Only 225 away from that lightning strike. It's going to have players pushing into the hill. They know where he is now. Not going to change up his position.
This should be a good break.
It's a good break there from Rise. You're going to see from H2K. You're going to see Looney fly into the hard point, get 1. He's going to get taken out before he can do any more damage. Fear's trying to get on the outside, pick up some kills. Good job, even just to get 1. These are some big engagements here. It's going to be Lacefield and one more teammate from H2K trying to hold this down. I believe it's going to be Fizzerp. And this is how we saw H2K make the comeback in the first rotation of Hills. They held down Palace. And you see Classic and Looney, though, they're going to pick up 2.
And Rise just all ran. They were about to pinch that
they gotta
middle door.
They got to go to this next hard point.
Instead, they rotate to the next hard point. Octane, do you see the shadow of the player above you?
Yeah.
There he now should. That might be the information that Rise needed to get this hard point held down early on. The L car, it's not the same as the old MR6, but Octane's still trying to make it work. 207 to 172. Rise Nation know they can win off this hard point. They just need to watch their cuts. And there's actually 3 players hitting this front door. Octane hasn't even reacted as of yet. And he's going to die. That was a slow react. Like, I mean, I can see why he'd want to watch bottom broken, but you got to care about what's first in front of you.
Yeah, just some weird communication issues between the guys on Rise there. And you see Classic, he's going to go all the way in the back. Going to try and just drag some of the eyes of the guys on H2K over towards him. He's going to see 1 directly to his right, not able to pick him up. Now you see Lacefield picking up 1 with the HC. This is a game where H2K is slowly creeping back in, and 20 seconds left on this hill. They can take the lead here. Would be a massive comeback. You're an H2K fan. You're going to see Illegals going to pick up 1 in the hill, and it's going to be Rise electing to rotate over towards Lab. They need to pick up these kills. Hold this beginning time. I can't believe I'm even saying this. It's H2K taking the lead here after at one point being down 80-8. They were able to make this comeback, and they have no idea.
They have no idea Fizzerp's here. He's going to waltz on in. Team kill coming out of Rise. Does Fizzerp check that right corner?
He's waiting to see if his teammate. He's going to wait to see if his teammates pick up some kills and then kind of flood through the back.
Oh no! Okay, good. That worked out for him. Though the player didn't check that small corridor. Waiting for a player to push from this top AC. Fizzerp's all by himself. He's just going to try to hold off the cavalry that is Rise Nation, and it's not going to work out. Rise get the break they need. They just need a 4-man hold towards construction. Looney spots 1. You've got Octane and Slacked in the hard point as well. An awkward mantle in middle map from a player on H2K. Can they hold? Octane gets 1. 4 seconds remaining. You just need a flood on in, and it's not going to happen. Rise Nation. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pretty, but it's a W in the win column as they take map number 1.
In Rise, they looked like they should have dominated that map.
Yeah.
They let H2K all the way back in, and H2K plays pretty well the second half of the game. You just got to think, if they don't start down by almost 100 at one point, they're probably able to win that first hard point.
Yep.
Take a look at the after-action report after. We'll see who went big, but we saw a good streak from Classic at the beginning.
Yep.
Other than that, it was just some situational gun battles he was able to win around the hills. On the side of H2K, Fizzerp started off, what, 0-10? he starts off a little bit better. He brings it back. We'll show you in the scoreboard, but
Yep.
if he starts better, you think this is one that H2K
mean,
probably wins.
Legal Fears and Lacefield all did extremely well that game. It was an even slaying match, especially once they got their lethal specialists, they locked down that middle cube area. That's when you started to go, okay, H2K, you're definitely in this game. You could make a claim to try to get it back in this one. It just seemed at times that Cage's hardpoint was really just Rise dominated throughout that whole game.
Yeah, H2K, they took Palace, the first rotation of Hills. They just were not able to take it. Second one, you see Looney goes 37-27.
Only 18 seconds in the hill.
He's trying to push those out, win those engagements with the SMG. He does a fantastic job with it. Classic, he goes 28-28, minute 44 in the hell, 5 defense. Just on the H side of H2K, Fierce goes 30-29. Great game with the assault rifle. Legal positive with a lot of hill time. Same with Lacefield. It was really just Fizzer, bad start at the beginning. He gets off to a bit better of a start. I think this game is even closer. Maybe even the result changed.
It's pretty interesting to see the decision from Rise to put so much focus on Looney just staying away from the hard point. 37-27, obviously a ton of engagements, led the lobby in overall engagements, definitely won a majority of them, but still, some of the top teams in hardpoint, like let's just mention Optic Gaming, typically every single one of their players is above a minute in the hill because they just hop in and get the job done.
We see that from Rise time and time again. It's just a one-off game. I think Rise is one of the better teams where they kind of like share the load in the OBJ department. You see, Octane put up good numbers with time in the hill. You see Slacked as well. Looney. I think it's just an outlier of a game right there.
Okay, I'll trust you on that one, Matt. Either way, though, Stronghold Hardpoint will be map number 2. Just trying to join up into the lobby.
Be search and destroy map number 2, game number 2.
Oh, did I say Hardpoint?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I was sorry. I'm doing 4 different things here, switching team names, joining lobbies. Either way, though, heading into this one, H2K, you're now down 0-1, but it's no surprise.
This is their series right here. I mean, H2K loses this.
You think it's done?
I think it goes to the Uplink. I don't think it's pretty.
Oh, gosh. And the Uplink is Fringe. And we've seen what Rise Nation can do on Fringe Uplink. I saw Rise Nation when obviously they beat Rush 30-1, and then they beat TK 20-10. 50 points they've gotten in just 2 games. In 2 games of Fringe Uplink, I've seen them play in the COD World.
Yeah, very good team on Fringe. I think you got to actually, I would go through there.
I joined someone's lobby. I joined Everett's lobby. That's not the right one. Oh, well.
Yeah.
He's lied to me a few times today. I'm upset with him.
He lied to you on that sheet. He lied to you through your ear.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe in.
Clearly not him.
This lobby is apparently invisible, so
I would actually
I might just
do it again. Yeah.
I might have to quit the app. Either way.
Yep. Just trying to get in the lobby. Yep.
Oh,
You're gonna have to just restart your app. Then we can get right into game number 2.
Yep.
I think we see some snipers out of Octane.
Okay.
Do we see anything on the side of H2K? Maybe Fizzer with one. But
It's
I don't think you
possible.
want to challenge Octane. He's very good with the sniper.
I wonder if either of these teams kind of utilize the strategy we saw from Elevate. Is that something that gets brought out? Do we see a little bit more aggression out of Mansion? We didn't see it too much last series. Players were much more comfortable just playing top Mansion, staying more geared towards their spawn. It doesn't surprise you with Elevate because of how they set up on defense. But do we see 4-man hits? You have 2 players hit the high wall run, 1 player float out bottom Mansion, 1 guy with an AR posted up top bedroom. Definitely can work sometimes to kind of an all-in type play because if you don't see anybody, now you just gave up the entire middle map and bunker side. But that's a decision you got to make.
Very good point. Just trying to get back into this lobby. We can get this one started off. I believe all the players are in there.
Yep.
Now should be good to go. So Jack's going to work his magic.
That's what I do.
With the controller.
That's what I do.
So.
Yeah, it's looking like one of the players is just trying to figure out exactly how to get into this one. Either way, though, wondering, where things stand on the primary stream because as we keep talking about, everything is about relegation and seedings for Stage 1. We already know of, I believe, 5 or 6 teams now that have obviously clinched a spot in the top 8, but those final couple spots are still up for grabs. Teams in the running, CLG with the win today, still possible, but that relies on some wins and losses in these matches here. They rely on a ton if they want to have an opportunity.
Now, FaZe is up 1-0 against TSM,
Okay,
so it's a tough match for TSM. You expect them to be able to put TSM away and be a very tough loss for TSM as the teams behind them are winning. Potentially H2K can make something happen in this series. LG, see what happens with them later, but they've been on a little bit of a win streak. Would not be a good loss for TSM.
Not at all. Well, here's what we're going to do, guys. Having some lobby issues. We'll get this all sorted for you in just a few moments. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, Game 2 between Rise Nation and H2K. Welcome back to the continuing coverage of the Call of Duty World League North American Pro Division presented by the PlayStation 4. My name is Jack Dunlop, joined by Matt Mr. X Morello, and we're back in for Game 2 between Rise Nation and H2K.
I just watched the craziest play. It was attached in a 1v3 on this map.
Okay.
TSM needed this round. They were up 5-4 to close it out, and he snipes one and then gets a ninja defuse on the bomb.
No.
And I went round 11, not sure how that ended out. Maven looks like he's got like a crying face on.
Maven looks like he just was told something terrible. I'm guessing TSM might have thrown that away. That's what it's looking like. Phase one round.
It's,
oh, no.
If that is...
TK, I can see Sharp right now. Are you ready for a miracle? Doing some sort of dance.
That map could be the end of TSM season.
Wow. You're going to go out and say that?
It's possible. I mean, they kind of lose out. TK gets hot.
Okay.
They win. I still think, at least personally, I think that TSM and LG are the two that make it in. I think H2K...
Oh, I think LG 100%.
H2K, it's going to be pretty hard for them. They got some tough matches. They need to get hot. They can't afford to just keep kind of going and blowing these ones away. They had a big 2-0 week. I believe it was 2 weeks ago. Now, last week. Did they go 0-2 last week? I believe they did. So they don't win a game last week. They lose the last night, I believe.
Now they're down.
Now they're down yet again.
This is a winnable game for them, though. Rise Nation, they struggle. A map that's very heavily communication-oriented. Heading into this one, though, you saw the Banner Protects, Vision Pulse, and Glitch both coming from the side of H2K. Active Camo from Legal on the side of Rise Nation. Active Camo, Vision Pulse, Psychosis. And to finish things out, it's Slacked and Fears. Fears goes with Psychosis. And finally, Slacked will probably wind up picking up Overdrive.
I like the use of Overdrive on this map.
Yep.
I think you're able to get on offense, obviously, into that side mansion pretty quick. You can get up to the B bomb site fast. You can even use it to hit bunker.
Yeah.
And, catch players off with different timing over on bunker side. And then on the defensive side of things, you can push all the way up to that half wall rock. You can sit underneath it, bait players out. I think Overdrive's a good pick on this one.
There's a ridiculous timing you can get into bottom mansion if you push that rock side with Overdrive. You can get it even without Overdrive, but Overdrive helps even more, where if the opposing team isn't ready for it, if they like to play maybe top kitchen, or they like to kind of have players sit B site, watch bunker, and if there's nobody in the back of the map, you hit bottom mansion, you run through the A bomb, and you're in the back of their spawn. You can dictate where you go. You can go for the first blood. You can elect to just try to call out where they are for your team, depending if you have a sub and you can't hit the shots from range. Wondering if that's how they elect to use Overdrive here on Slacked. Either way, though, Glitch on the side of H2K. I already mentioned earlier on today how Glitch on this map can be very useful. Things to look out for, though. We saw a ban of the SVG. Wouldn't be surprised to still see some sniper presence on the map, though, still like Elevate did earlier.
Yeah. Octane very good with the Locust. We've seen it before. I don't believe we've seen the PO6 from him. We saw a Draken from Attach yesterday. Potentially we see
that was dope.
Something along those lines as players trying out some of the other snipers, knowing that the SVG is going to be the target when you have a very good sniping presence on your side. Glitch, not sold on. Glitch and Psychosis. I mean, I guess you kind of have to take Psychosis in this one. It's kind of, must, not Glitch.
Yeah.
I'm not really sold on it in any situation in S&D. I think it's probably the best on Hunted, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, we've seen.
I think it could be viable.
It's like one specific thing on Hunted too, right?
Hitting wall run, you get tagged with some shots, you glitch back.
Yep.
And I think as time goes on, we'll see players start to phase out glitch.
All right. Well, it's map 2 starting on up. Rise up 1-0 over H2K. If you missed game 1, Rise Nation, they did well at the start. Then H2K came to life, took the lead, and then Rise closed it out on the bottom lab. Hardpoint to finish things out was not nearly as clean as you would have expected from a team like Rise Nation in a Hardpoint game mode. Either way, though, now they're going into their weakest game. H2K definitely know this, and you and I both believe that it is a must-win map for a team like H2K, or else they're going to go into an uplink down 0-2 against Rise Nation.
I saw Gunjar tweet out that he was like, I love Attach. Wrote that. Now you're going to see Fizzerp go with the Locust, so he's going to be the sniper for H2K. He's going to have a Locust ELO.
A Locust ELO site. This is such a Fizzerp thing to do. I was waiting for the Draken elo, so it's like half of what we wanted. Either way,
Yeah, right.
it lets him get a little bit more aggressive with it because it kind of looks like he's running an AR at the moment with just a super big barrel. Either way, though, he's going to be getting flood on up. Knows there's a player sitting on that top control. Also a second player in bedroom. Does he spot the shadow of the player? Oh, he does see the web. Oh, Fizzerb! Fizzerb! Oh, gosh, no, you need to get that kill, man. He spots him too late. Now he gets traded on out. Rise Nation get first blood, and the second one make it 3 as well.
Man.
That was just a complete another failure.
Yeah, just a little bit late on the reaction, seeing that guy bottom mansion, and that's a tough one. Obviously, we have X-ray. We're able to see it pretty clearly through the player's eyes. You got to wonder what it exactly looked like. And Rise, they know they have bomb down. This player set up to take out Lacefield as he tries to come through. Kitchen on a flank. It's going to be Rise Nation taking round number 1, and I really believe that this is H2K's series right here. If they lose this one, can't see them winning the next 3 straight.
You really can't ask for an easier round than that one right there, as Rise Nation get 4 kills without dropping a single player to go up 1-0 in this game 2. Now on offense, though, this is where things get a little bit more challenging. You got 2 smokes in the back pocket of Looney, 2 VMPs, Octane watching over with an M8. And remember, Overclock did make it through, so some of these specialists will come into play in round 3 when normally it would take till 4 or 5 to bring it out.
Oh, you're going to see Octane just trying to get a little bit of a peek here over towards Bunker and Mansion. The bomb going to be pushed up onto the B site. It's going to be Lacefield getting that first blood. Going to be able to take down the bomb carrier Slack. So bomb is down. I don't think H2K knows at this moment in time. Lacefield's going to pick up a big second kill as well on Looney. And you're going to see Octane and Classic, the last 2 alive. And this is smoked out. They see bomb is down. They know they don't have to push out.
This is an example of what plagues Rise Nation so much in S&D. There's one player peeks by himself, dies. Next player goes up, peeks by himself, dies. And now they're in a 2v3 scenario. Classic does get out with a kill, end his life. The bomb's still in an awkward spot. Octane with that rapid-fire M8, another attachment that made it through that ban and protect phase. We were so busy talking about TSM and the other relegation teams that we missed that a little bit in regards to breaking it down. The Kuda grip rapid-fire about to peek up towards this fire pit area. Classic gets 1. Octane trades a kill. Now 1-on-1. Legal versus Octane. They're both going to peek this corner. Legal gets the better of him there, though, pre-aiming with that M8. And he'll give a round victory over to H2K. Now knotted up 1-1.
Big round for H2K to answer back. This is a team that we talked about in the past. They go off of energy. They go off of the hype in the room. And when they start to get down on themselves, obviously nobody bringing that energy. And it just kind of spirals after that.
Definitely does. As we go back into round 3, let's take a quick look at the specialists. Remember, Overclock in play. We'll definitely change up the timings on some of these are earned. Halfway or below with a lot. Octane the furthest up with his specialist. That's going to be Vision Pulse. Still no sniper presence on either of these 2 teams. It's actually going to be Fizzerp again, though, with this Locust. Has brought it back out for this offensive round.
We'll see if he makes a difference with it. Don't think we saw anything the first time, so see if he's able to do anything with it this round. Did he spot that player, Tom Mansion?
I believe so.
He can't get a good look because of the tree. Nah, obviously it's a bolt, so only going to be able to get 1 shot off before he can hit the ground again. And H2K taking a lot of time to make something happen here, Jack. Looked like they tried to go right side, get a pick. Now they're going to have to be forced here with time dwindling down and make a play over towards Mansion.
There's multiple players here for Rise. They're completely ready for this one. Trades coming all out. You can just see how they were set up completely for this push to come in. 30 seconds left. Fear's in a 1v2. They heard him pick up the bomb as well. I think this is a round win for Rise Nation. Fear's going to run right into the barrel of Looney. 2-1. Rise win that round. What I love right there from Rise is that they didn't over-rotate to that sniper shot from Fizzerp. They didn't panic. They didn't send all their players from Mansion over there. They kept their 3-man setup in Mansion. Had 1 player still playing that back truck to call out if there was players on B or pushing bunker. It's a sign of a team that definitely has some S&D prowess. Does Rise show it every round? Definitely not. But there, they definitely got the job done. Psychosis available for the likes of Looney. After that monster round, he just had 2 kills off that HCXD.
This is a big round for H2K. We have, what do we have specialist-wise on the side of Rise? You got just the Psychosis. So anything on the side of H2K?
Nope.
Nothing. So you're going to see the smokes come out.
Should be a quick bomb plant. Remember, Fizzerp's been using Elo if he had the sniper on, so he wouldn't even be able to see That player planting the bomb.
It's not going to connect with any nade as well. See Fizzer throw out the tactical, going to get on a bomb, and it's going to be legal able to take him out. And see Fizzer going with rapid fire Kuda. All the players pretty much going to have rapid fire in their weapons here, and Octane just waiting to make a play.
Octane's got a player to his left. Does he check his corner? Doesn't appear so, as he's going to body stack, get taken down. And that will be the defuse. It does look like they're going to give it over to Legal, who now has earned active camo. He's gotten an HC. And Matt, you mentioned how it's a swing round. You couldn't ask for a bigger swing than that. 4 kills, 0 deaths. And a nice little kill cam here in an awkward situation that goes out in H2K's favor.
Can H2K win an offensive round?
The age-old question.
Yeah, that'll be what I look at.
Look, it's like, oh, I'm shooting him, and okay.
It's odd that he
Thanks,
doesn't have
Octane.
rapid fire.
Yeah, it definitely is. Maybe made a mistake in not putting it on the weapon, or he has a rapid fire M8 and one without it. Either way, though, H2K tied back up. They have some tools to work with now. As you've got one player on each team with a specialist. Yep. Fizzer with this bomb.
He's got the locust again.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry. I thought it was the locust at the start. When you went in on it, I was like, no way he's got the
that
locust
elo
again.
sight, it's troubling.
Now, Legal's going to get first blood
But
with
they
the
body
HC,
stack.
and it's going to be 2 players standing right on top of each other as Slack is able to get 2 kills, and that is just unfortunate for H2K. You get first blood, and then you give it up in a stupid way. Slack just tries to get by, and he's going to get taken out by Fears. Another player is going to try and sneak by. Noctane's not able to pick up that skill, so should be. Fizzer and Fears able to get onto this B bomb site, but they don't have that good positioning, though.
They know at least Octane is over here. They don't realize Classic is here as well, so Fizzer will plant this bomb. Fears gets 1. Does see the second. He'll glitch back right in front of Classic, though. It's a 1v1. There's an example of those big fail plays that happen with Glitch all the time. Classic, Fears. 1-on-1. Fears goes to check that snow rock. He's going to completely miss. Classic runs right past him, and this is going to be a round win for me, for H2K, because Fears is now positioned right where he wants to be. The bomb is planted for him as well. He does not have to do anything, and he knows it. He lays down behind the hut. He'll check bomb in about 2 seconds. 1, 2, peeks, sees the player, stay alive. And that's going to be the round win. H2K up 3-2.
Yeah, Classic's going to push him, see if he can pick up this kill at the end.
Nope.
Fear's going to be able to pick it up. Big round for H2K. We said, can they win an offensive side?
There it is.
And there it is. So, see how Rise Nation elects to counter that. Obviously, they're going to have to win an offensive side now. Obviously, I think you start off on defense. You have I don't want to say a huge advantage, but I think most teams would elect to start on defense.
There's a reason why if teams get to pick the side they want, they start CDP each time.
Yeah.
That is defensive side of things. Rise Nation now on offense. You've gotten the task to now have to win a round on that offensive side. Close to 3 specialists. On the other side of things, 2 now available for H2K. Fears, they got to get him off his streaks. He's 1 kill from an HC. The HC earlier on already got a kill for H2K in the round that they wound up winning. Fizzer in charge of watching not only middle map, but this bottom mansion side. Hasn't spotted a player as of yet. Camo ready to go for Legal as well. As this is looking like a great setup to stop this push from Rise. I think this is a complete wash round that H2K are just going to win because they all in toward this mansion side. They're ready for anything that can come from Rise Nation. There's 2 kills.
Yep. It's going to be H2K getting 2 big kills. Now you see Slacked and Octane trying to figure out which way they can go with this bomb. They're trapped, Jack. They have no way out of this situation.
When you decide to 3-man stack mansion, unless there's a miracle and specialists used perfectly, this should be a round win each and every time. You can see 1 player dies a mansion. They send Fears as well. They're not worried about the flank anymore. Now he'll begin to rotate back over, try to spot B. Sees nobody there. Another kill for Rise. H2K momentarily looked like they were beginning to throw this round away, but they'll close it out. Nice 2-piece from Fears. He's got some streaks to work with now.
So Fears in the last 2 rounds, the one making the big plays. See able to pick up this 1 kill. We'll see him finish off Slacked here. The end, and H2K looking to take the S&D, but that's kind of what we expected. Rise Nation, not the greatest in search of the
Rise, I'm just going to say it, they're buns.
Go on with Fears. What is see, he's got an HC, he's 150 off a dart, and has Psychosis. So
dude, they are just buns at S&D, Rise Nation.
Yeah, not the best. I think that's the best way to explain it. It's going to be Looney, though, getting first blood on illegal. And with that HC out, he's got to know there's a player in the back, and
go.
he's actually going to get taken out by Fears. Fears 125 now off the dart.
Oh
he's going to be able to
Seven
take
streak.
out Slacked, and he has that rapid fire M8. You do not want to challenge him. He is shooting lights out now. The bomb's still down over on Outskirts. See how H2K likes to play this.
So their decision's slow at the moment. Lacey will pick up that bomb. They'll rotate back to their base. Does he get spotted by the player top bedroom? It doesn't appear so. They're going to go for this long, long rotation all the way to bunker with 35 seconds left. I mean, I feel like at this point...
Not going to give themselves a lot of time.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to have to wind up making a play towards B because they just can't come flying through bunker. They're going to have to play this slow. Classic smells it out. There's one. Why are you challenging? No need to challenge. They've got to get through bunker. Let them have to cross between two M8s there. Instead, pop camo. They spot one. Second player's there. Classic runs into shots, and Lacefield wins the round. Oh my God, the L card doesn't get it done.
I think he kills both those players with the M8 anyway.
Oh gosh, Classic. He missed like his first 4 bullets, and Lacefield punishes him for it. Another round thrown away by Rise as H2K go up 5-2.
Rise has a lot to do here in this S&D if they're going to make a comeback. Obviously, you'd like to see some different strats out of the side of them. They have some things to work with, though. So they got Vision Pulse on Octane. If you like to use it this round, let's see. They're not even going to throw the smokes mid-map. He's going to get some shots down, not able to finish those players off. He has rapid fire. He probably kills that player.
I could definitely agree with that. Vision Pulse now popped by Latefield, and he's going to ping all 4 players. He's got full knowledge of where they're at, calling them out as fast as he can. 1 kill gets traded on out. They've got an M8 watching in the back. Pharaoh on Classic because of that rapid fire being in play. Okay, Rise, you're able to push through that Vision Pulse, get 3 kills. Lacefield last slide. He falls as well. 5-3. Rise Nation get a round. And this is like how it happens each game. Rise, they'll get another round. It'll be 5-4, and then there'll be a round that H2K just sweep and win the game.
You see Classic going to go with the rapid fire Pharaoh. So once rapid fire makes it in, adds a lot of different weapons into play.
Yep.
Jack.
It definitely does. It kind of changes up the dynamic, right? You have other weapons you need to watch out for. Pharaoh has its pros and cons versus the likes of a VMP or a Kuda. Either way, though, bomb now picked up by Fizzer. He's going to watch over this top bedroom area. It's going to be another 3-man Rise stack, not snack, into bedroom.
Do we see Fears use his dart? I believe he's getting ready for it. At least it looked like
where he's positioned at, 100%. He's already got it out. Does see one on the back of the map. They know the dart's flying all around. Do they elect to push through bunker? Doesn't appear so. Oh gosh, just narrowly misses that first shot. Tries to follow it up. Octane does die.
Why is he even challenging that?
Who knows? Who knows? Players feel like they're invincible when they have flak jacket on versus dart, and with how much in the past.
He's in the open.
Yeah, in the past, earlier on in Black Ops 3, when players were terrible at flying the darts, yeah, flak jacket, you could use it to bait out the dart. They typically miss some shots. They drive it, they hit a tree or something. Now, everyone knows how to fly that thing. They easily control it. They know when it locks on. They know when you have to aim. They get it done there. Number advantage over to H2K. They've flooded out a bunker. They know where Looney's at. He's trapped in the back of the map. The best he can do is just try to stall time for his team. He's got multiple ARs staring down at him. 3v3. Psychosis is popped. 18 seconds left. With how long this is taking, this could wind up working out for Rise Nation. Looney just needs to continue to stay alive here. Classic has a chance to kill this bomb planter. He's just going to wait it out. There's no time to plant. He just needs to run. You just need to run away.
I mean, they
win this round.
Yeah, that's a really poor round from H2K.
What just
and you
happened?
see Classic pick up that final kill as well. They just got stuck in that back corner, and they just got lost in the track of time.
Classic won his team that round with the help of Looney.
Looney stayed alive.
Yeah, Looney staying alive was clutch, but Classic calling out exactly where he was positioned, knew he had the cross for his teammate. He got 1 kill, which evened the numbers back out. Classic immediately fell back and saying, instead of continuing to challenge, knew he had to check the bomb once, gets the kill on the bomb carrier.
Is he close to streaks, by the way, Classic?
He does have an HC. Let's take a look quickly. They have Vision Pulse. 3 specialists about 3/4 of the way there. On the other side of things, no specialist abilities. I mean, if Rise have a big round here, they could wind up going into round 11 with 4 specialist abilities. Rise recognize that. Smokes will cover that bottom mansion side. They're going to go get this quick plant. That HG buys them the time that they need to get the bomb planted. No nades to be tossed in. Fears gets tagged up. Bomb goes down. It's a 4v4. Leesfield gets one. Smokes
They
down.
could use the smoke here. And
Look, Fizzer's on the bomb. Fizzer's on the bomb. He's getting tagged up. Classic does get the kill. There's another challenge coming in middle map. Leesfield finds one, tries to follow up the second, can't get it done. Legal in the 1v2. They know where he's positioned as well.
this is an almost impossible situation.
Octane
when the
gets
bomb,
the kill.
Yeah.
Round 11, 16, 18, 26, 27. On the other side, it's 10, 18. Yeah, okay, so rise of defense.
And they have Vision Pulse as well, I believe. Does Octane use it that round? Didn't catch it on the
No,
screen towards
I
the
don't think
end.
so.
So that is a tough round because obviously, Fizzer gets on the bomb a little bit earlier. They probably did win that. He probably diffuses it.
Yeah, it's one of those gray areas where at the time you never really know.
Yeah, what else do they have to work with? They
Vision
have
Pulse
and a
dart.
dart.
Oh god, I hate using darts in round 11. I always feel like it's such bait for your team. Either way, there's going to be no specialists on the side of H2K unless Fizzer, and he's not using overclock, so unless he gets like 2 kills, then there's no way.
And H2K playing this slow, I think if you
Which might benefit
which
Rise.
might benefit Rise with the dart. So
Yeah.
let's see what Classic can do with it. He's going to go real high.
I love that you can do that with the dart, though. I love that it doesn't have any of those boundaries, right? You can just fly. Oh! It gets shot straight out of the air.
Oh, who is
Lacefield, you god.
Oh, that's. I mean,
That's so tough to do.
yeah. He,
All right,
he
all right.
probably barely saw it.
It sucks, but they can't lose full now. Rise, you can't lose full.
Octane needs to stay alive to use that Vision Pulse effectively.
Classic does earn active camo. He gets spotted. Does he use it to peek right here?
No, I think
Doesn't
he
appear
saved
so. He
that.
just backs on up. Octane,
When are we going to
I
see
think this is when he
Vision
pops
Pulse
it.
come
I
in?
think this is when he pops it.
It's going to wait a little bit more. 30 seconds, I would pop it.
You've got to pop Vision Pulse, Octane. You can't just let that be a waste. Right now is the perfect time.
And Classic
Boom,
gets into
there
a,
it is. He'll
Classic
see all
got
three.
into a great
he sees
spot
all three.
there.
He knows they're about to peak. Octane puts some shots in. 4v2. They've got an HG as well. Legal and Fears a duo lasts alive. That's gonna do it. Rise Nation with the 4-round comeback to win the game and go up 2-0 over H2K. And Matt, when they clutched that one up, I saw you kind of shake your head there for a second. You think H2K's done?
Oh, that is a tough loss for H2K. You got to feel for these guys. I mean, they played really well on this Search and Destroy, just not able to clutch it up as Rise Nation, fantastic job by them. They're able to make a big comeback. And that last round, Classic got into an amazing position. He uses his camo, gets in that corner by the B bomb side. He's able to take one out in Mansion. And then when the Vision Pulse comes in, it pings Octane. Classic just goes to the opposite corner, just watches the cross. He's able to take out another one. Fantastic plays by Classic. All S&D long for Rise Nation.
I think the most telling part was Rise actually looked like how you'd expect Rise to look in the final 4 rounds.
Yeah.
They traded efficiently. They played their crosses. They got bombed. They used their specialists in very, very smart ways. I was kind of giving Octane some flack there because I was just nervous that he was going to die with it in round 11. Like, that's the absolute worst thing that could happen. They also didn't lose full after the dart got shot out of midair, which was a crazy shot from Lacefield. I see Maven and Revan already walking, and I guess now TSM lost their Series 3-0. To FaZe, so wow, that's got major implications for Team Caliber. They needed that to happen because that also hurts the map win percentage too. While they've played tons of maps, a 3-0 loss in that match from TSM is literally the best outcome that TK could have asked for.
Some things going in TK's favor tonight. Obviously, a loss for H2K and 3-0 would be good for them
Just
as
big as well. Oh my God.
The COD gods love Sharp, man.
Hey, when you're a good guy, you deserve it. Fizzerp 2-10. I think that's what you're about to mention.
Yeah, Fizzerp 2-10. Fears with another good game. Pairs up with a good game in Hardpoint here. Classic though, 14-7, double positive. Octane goes big as well, 9-6. Rise, come back, win it by 1. Going into Uplink on Fringe. Seen some really nice performances out of Rise on this map. I think this is where it all ends for H2K.
Where do we even see H2K go with the ban and protect, in your opinion?
It's hard with Rise. Do you go after the ARs? I mean, Octane's so good with multiple assault rifles. You get rid of some attachments. He's okay with it. I mean, right there, he doesn't even run rapid fire on it. Rapid fire makes it through. He does not run rapid at all.
Yeah.
During that match.
Doesn't phase him.
Doesn't really matter to him. He's going to kind of stick with his bread and butter, what he knows best. It's hard. I know you want to keep the Shiva in.
Yeah.
But he's pretty good with the Shiva. Classic's good with the Shiva as well. Rise is really one of the harder teams to ban and protect against.
Now, we've talked a lot about, who's on the verge of relegation, who's not. I do believe as we wait for these players to get in their correct teams, we have updated standings, Matt. So let's take a look at this one. Oh my goodness. H2K, they lose this. They drop to 7-13. Now, obviously for TK, what kind of works out there is they still have a lesser map percentage, right? Obviously, this hasn't been updated with the 3-0 loss. It shouldn't move the percentages too much. But the bigger thing to point out is TSM dropped to 8-12, and look at how close TK's map win percentage is with TSM. That's something that can come into play.
9 wins is going to do it? So
I would assume so. Luminosity, their match tonight is going to be big against, I believe they're placing DT, right?
So CLG basically out, even with their win. Because you figure Luminosity, if Luminosity wins tonight, they are.
Yeah. So this is updated just after last match. Here's how I'm thinking it's going to come down. I think Luminosity make it with their win tonight. I think they kind of find their spot in what they need. And then...
And who does Luminosity play tonight?
I think they face DT.
DT, so that is one.
And DT's, their head's already at it. I mean, they're already relegated.
And then you have, who is Complexity plays Optic?
Oh, gosh.
So Cole could go to 10-10, and then you have Luminosity get to
9-11.
9-11.
I think Complexity are good.
Who's Complexity's matches next week?
I think, like, isn't one of them Elevate?
I know CLG plays Luminosity, because I thought that would be a win for LG, so you would have LG getting to 10 wins. Could potentially run the table and make it to 11.
Yeah, I mean, Elevate and Rise are who Complexity
for
play.
Complexity.
Yep.
I mean, you could.
So I mean,
they could.
There's
lose
a very
both
good chance they
of
finish.
those,
There's a very good chance they finish stage 10 and 12. I'm not even
12.
exaggerating.
I mean, TK.
It's all going to come down.
Cannot catch.
If
TK can't catch them, so
yeah.
Cole is good. I think. Cole is good.
I think it's going to come down to H2K, TSM, and TK for that 8th spot. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to come down to. Whoever clutches up in these final matches. H2K, you're down 2-0. You just saw where you stand there. You lose this match. You drop to 7-13 alongside TK. Shiva ban, Overclock ban, Kinetic Armor ban right off the bat. Expecting Overdrive ban to follow this one up as well.
Now, you think High Caliber and Rapid make it out of this one, although Rapid makes it into the last one, so who knows? Maybe these teams really don't mind playing with it in the game. We've seen Rise go for Rapid Fire in the past, when they try and use Pharaoh, something along those lines. And you got Suns and Flashes, Overdrive, gonna go. Could potentially see Camo go as well. And you're gonna see High Caliber. Expect Rapid to be the last one here from Fears. And we can get into the specials draft. Oh, it's gonna be Heatwave. So Rapid Fire gonna make it in yet again.
Most certainly does. You can see, I mean...
So these teams are gonna go Camo, 3 weapons?
It definitely could happen. I think that's what H2K winds up doing. Legal does get that Camo right away. Last time we saw Lacefield with the Tempest, Fears with the Scythe, and Fizzip with the Purifier. But now, I don't know if they go Purifier. Maybe they go Fears Annihilator, Lacefield, yeah. Lacefield, Tempest,
Lacefield,
Scythe.
Tempest, Fizzip, Scythe. Yeah, I think so. Fears very good and comfortable with the Annihilator, so I think you probably want to put it on him.
And this was the map where he got that crazy Annihilator 4-piece on way back in the qualifiers.
I think Octane. Oh, so Lacefield's going to go Psychosis. So I was going to say Looney. I would not be shocked if he goes Psychosis. Psychosis, like Annihilator, one of the two. And then Octane rounds things out with a Scythe. So Fizzurp and Fears, you'd expect these two. It's going to be a Scythe on Fizzurp. You'll see the Annihilator on Fears. Looney goes Psychosis, so we'll have 2 abilities, 2 weapons on both sides. So you're going to see the Annihilator come out from Fears. Seeing how the ban and protect went in specials draft, going to be seeing players obviously rapid fire, mostly all weapons.
Big factor.
I think it's gonna. Well, let's talk about it a little bit. Does it become a big factor when everybody has it? If everybody has it, is it not everybody equal again?
I think what it comes down to is it kind of throws some players off, right? Who's good with? It's obviously comes down to timing your bursts with the M8. Maybe you're comfortable with just going with the normal speed. You're not used to using rapid fire. You expect players to be able to adapt easily on that one. Yeah. Might affect players from range more, I think, a little bit. Also, the subs up close, while you expect them to be stronger, the M8 gets a little bit better as well. From that up close part where maybe it doesn't get that one burst, but you get that second, fourth bullet out that you just kind of need to get that kill, and boom, it happens that much quicker. I think it winds up benefiting the M8 a little bit there. Also, Man of War. A map that
Man of War is hard to control at range.
It is, but if you're going on a coordinated push with a rapid fire with the Man of War from those kind of mid-range gunfights inside barn, if you're pushing towards that back alley, definitely still possible.
Does it make the Kuda and the Pharaoh closer to the VMP?
It definitely does. The Kuda is a completely different animal because that's kind of where it falters a little bit, is that up-close engagements to the likes of a VMP.
Yeah.
It does, but at the same time, you make that same argument. Doesn't it just make the VMP better as well, right? It's like
it may actually make the VMP shoot too fast.
Because then you're just running through all your ammo
Yeah.
before you know it. You're already out of your clip. Then maybe we see extended mags or fast mags get used
Who
to one of these
knows?
teams.
Who knows? I think H2K extend the series.
I don't think so. I think
I
Rise.
can't think.
I think
I don't see.
this
it
is
happening.
Rise's uplink map. This is what they are best at, and I think Rise just came off a big search and destroy win. They know that. They clutch up in 4 straight rounds, and they're going to ride this momentum. I think they're going to ride this momentum and take the series 3-0.
Thought they should have 3-0'd last night too, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Especially with how poorly they did in that search and destroy. It just kind of felt like they kind of half-assed it. But instead, they're looking to close things out here, and we'll see what they can get done in this Game 3. Fringe, Uplink, everything on the line for H2K. They lose this, they put themselves in a tough spot after they give up a 3-0 victory to their opponents, which just helps TK in the long run. And as we talked about before, I think it's going to come down to a 3-way battle between H2K, TSM, and TK for that final spot in the Stage 1 finals.
A lot of crazy matches going to go down next week as well.
Well,
So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun when the stages and seasons come down to the wire, right? Like, how many times have we? I mean, we've casted out pro divisions in the past. How many times have they been decided? Like, I don't want to say halfway through, but you kind of know who's gonna
There's
be
just
in.
a bigger gap.
There's a huge gap.
It's it's a good stage when even teams that are in dead last, like Dream Team, can come down to a couple clutch wins in these final 2 weeks, right? It can be you can honestly say that DT wasn't.
DT was a bad example, I think. DT was kind of out of it.
I mean, you never really know. If it comes down to the final 3 weeks of a stage, DT was still able to
so
stake out that.
3 weeks ago, yeah, they were still in.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh.
saying right now.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
okay.
I'm just saying.
I thought you were saying going into the final week, DT
No,
still in.
it
I was
wasn't like
that's
it wasn't like
impossible.
there was a 2-17 team. Even
No.
DT was tied with a few other teams at 4 wins.
Yeah,
at a
in the
time.
past, we have had some pretty poor teams,
Abysmal
and you actually
teams.
see Rise able to win a bunch of engagements, spawn H2K back alley, and that is going to be a dunk for Rise Nation. And
Nice.
now here you see why they're so good at Fringe Uplink. You're going to see Looney actually try and go for the 1-point throw over Barn. Probably could have bought that over towards Trax. Gone for another relay, and Classic plays is perfect. He's able to get one, sees the drone carrier go into the back of the base. Not able to pick him up, but just talk about some of the weapons we see these players using. So we see Fears with an M8, as usual. He's going to be bringing this one down tracks. And this one looks like it could be potentially an H2K score. There's actually one player coming from behind. Looney's able to make that stop. And now Classic in position to win this engagement. Oh, that would have been huge. Fizzer trying to keep the hopes of H2K alive. He's going to drop. And now you see the drone going back down tracks. I really like what you've seen out of Rise Nation right there. Now H2K in a great spot to make something happen. They shut it down, and you see kills from Rise Nation all over the map. You see how they move with each other with the drone in hand. It's going to be Slack settling for a 1-point throw, and now it's going to force H2K to rotate all the way back to their base. But Classic with that rapid-fire XR2 doing tons of damage. Starting out 6 and 5, but the kills he's gotten have been pretty important.
This is what they do, guys. This is what Rise Nation does. It is like clockwork on this map. One opportunity H2K had to score. They get flanked by Looney. Classic still ready with this XR2. He'll just back on up now 7 and 5. And look, this buys time for Looney to go for the long one. Even if he misses that, he might potentially be able to follow it up with a dunk. Doesn't matter. Now a 3-possession game. Rise coasting in the first 2.5 minutes, looking to continue to rally up this score.
H2K just needs to stop the bleeding, chat.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the 2 times I've casted or seen Rise Nation play this map in the COD World League, they've scored 50 points, them by themselves, averaging 25 a game.
Oh, they have been dominant on Fringe Uplink.
Yeah.
This is I don't want to say it's like their best map mode combination,
but, it might
from what I've seen, it just might be. You see the drone
Fierce.
actually going over towards
fully
Fierce,
streaked.
And he is fully streaked out. So
wait, look at the scores right now from H2K. 2 players even at 7 and 7, Fears 14 and 5, and then Lacefield 0 and 8. What is up with H2K and having a player go 0 and 8, 0 and 10 at the start of these respawns?
And this is not what you saw when they were on that win streak. And, you know, they were playing really well. I believe it was out, what, a week ago or 2 weeks ago now. But Everyone was clicking, playing well, and they never had a weak performance. You see Slack's
This
going
is
to
a
be
dunk.
down.
He's got
Fizzer
camo.
with drone, and yep, going to pop camo.
Let's
He's going to
boost.
go in.
Boom.
So that 2-point play by Fears doesn't really mean much.
And
He's actually going to burn
nothing.
the streak as well in the process. Slack's able to win that gun engagement in the back of the H2K base. This is going to be another 1-point throw, and it's going to be Rise just adding to their lead. And oh my, Classic just crushes Fizzer up there. So you see the drone going in hands to Rise Nation yet again, and they're not able to make it.
Look, they can't even go towards the drone because they've got Octane back here being such a nuisance. They should get the third. Nope. Slack in a one-on-one does get the kill.
Slack's right there. I mean, they're just putting so much pressure.
They got it just in time before reset. Classic gets up with the drone. Can he go for the long one? No, that's gonna fall short. That's gonna fall short.
Does it bounce?
Nope, no. He needed to. You need
it's
full
just
boost to get that
it's
shot
just well, we don't see from a lot of teams. Nice actually, Psychosis there by Lazel, but
nice juke.
It's just Rise puts so much pressure on the opposing team this map. Like H2K, outside of their one dunk, have not gotten anywhere near the opposing side of the map. I mean, they had that other attempt when they went over through track. So here's their best shot. They actually pick up 3. Drone gonna be in the hands of Legal. He's got camo. Do you pop it here? Yep, he's gonna use it, trying to get a score.
Psychosis.
Yeah, don't want to walk into one of those. Now you see 2 kills go in the kill feed for H2K, make it 3. So they have the opportunity with a pass here to put more points on the board. It's gonna be Fears passing this up to a teammate, and it's actually teammate's gonna have to go back, pick it up. Legal's gonna get shut down, coming around the corner. Fizzer's there, but oh, that would have been a huge score for H2K. So they would have brought them within 2, and you know, with how good Rise Nation was in the first half, H2K is still in this.
To think that was almost 8-6 at the half with Rise completely dictating the entire map. I think a big thing that helped H2K there, Lacefield finishing that half 7-3 after starting off this game 0-9. Definitely think it helped getting some more kills down in the middle of the map. Rise Nation now 5 minutes away, Matt, from closing out this series 3-0 over H2K and giving TK another blessing here in the final couple weeks of the COD World League Stage 1. Pressure now towards middle map coming from Lacefield. He's going to call on his HG right away and see what he can get done.
H2K, they really need to win this opening break, Jack. If they do, could potentially make a play. You see Classic with the Tempest.
Oh, they snipped it out.
A very nice play there by Fears. Turns around, takes out Looney. Oh, Classic, does he still have the Tempest out?
Yes,
he does. So he's over by Trax. He's able to pick up a second with the Tempest, make it a third.
The Tempest is so good, man. And
it actually chains and picks up the last player. So now you're going to see Rise Nation on the run with the drone, and he gets 4 players with the Tempest. Just shows you why it's turning into a popular weapon amongst these pro players.
Nice 1-point toss, but as that happens, 4 fall for Rise. They got the best spawn they could get, though, literally right in their base. They'll be able to give some presence here to try to stop this one. Gets caught throwing an EMP. Fizzer also has... Oh, no! Fears kills 2 of his teammates with the lightning. There's 1 player to beat.
Oh, that is so hard to watch.
It's an absolute failure, as that was a free score. But look what they put into that. He lightnings his Scythe player and his drone carrier. So instead of that being a free dunk with the Scythe and having a string to use,
they're running the drone the other way.
They're now getting run back on. That's going to be a kill near Globe. They have 1 player to get past. They'll do just that. Classic goes for the dunk. That is literally the worst outcome in every occasion for H2K.
That is something I think you and Revin should definitely look back at.
For Theater Rewind?
In Theater Rewind and see actually what went wrong there. I mean, obviously, it's easy for us to see what happened, obviously, in the kill feed and what happened in the game, but you don't know the situation those players were in at the time. And so unfortunate for H2K. Looked like they were going to be able to make the comeback. At that point, they're only down
nice throw
by 4 points, and it turns into Rise Nation kind of putting some more on the board there, which, you know, who knows what could have that turned into for H2K. I mean, that could have turned into a rally. They could have spawned a back alley.
Oh, they had a ton of map positioning. They were all alive.
Oh, could not be worse for H2K.
That's a miscommunication. Players run right into the lightning. Drone now being tossed forward for yards. Octane still has a presence over there with that L-car. Gets a 2-piece with the help of Classic. This should be another dunk. Oh, nope. As I say that, Fizzer actually does get the kill because the drone was kind of dropped in a little bit of an awkward spot. Looney tries to follow it on up. He gets 2. Should pick this one up. Also has Psychosis. He'll pop that one right away and go to try to score this objective. Goes for the silo wall run as well. Looney, what are you doing? He misses the 1-point toss.
That was just...
That was funny.
Yeah, it was
That was about
absurd.
it. That was about it, though.
Not, H2K trying to
that
defend
Scythe?
their base, and
Scythe
they have
from
a
Octane.
Scythe at the end of tracks to work. And it's
Okay.
going to be Octane taken out by Fears. So now you're going to see the drone push down tracks, but there's one player on the flank. It's
always
going to be
Looney.
Looney
It's always
yet
Looney.
again. He has done such a good job of just picking up some kills, stopping the pushes of H2K. Lacefield picks up a big two-piece, so might be able to get off a one-point throw. He's got a player trailing him, and he's going to get it off, and he's going to connect with it. So big play right there. Solo play by Lacefield. And you just need to see his teammates push up and get some map control, and Fizzer's going to have to win this engagement in top barn and just become a nuisance up here.
5-point difference now between these teams. Nothing really going in H2K's favor after that lightning strike hit. H2K bouncing back and forth. He's going to earn a Psychosis. Definitely a dunk opportunity now. They recognize it. They get 2 kills. This will definitely be a dunk. Legal pops active camo. Gets that one in and will earn an HC. 1 minute 15 seconds remaining. They can continue to rally this drone in. They've got a player in middle map. This player inside bricks, though, needs to make a big kill. It's going to be Looney. Tries to get some shots in. Finds a kill on the drone carrier. Still stays alive. Can't pressure L-Wall enough, though. Who's this in the back of the base? He's the final hope for me in this game for H2K. It's legal. He gets 1 kill, but gets traded on out. Slack will run this drone towards his back alley area. They've got someone pushed up into tin as well. Everything looking good right now for a Rise Nation 3-0 as Slack moves this drone up the
And
map.
Looney's going to be able to get 2 here. I mean, just look at the position he's in. He's going to get 1. Does he pick up the second? No, he's actually going to get taken out by an HC. Slack trying to make it across. Even though he drops, takes the drone out for a lot of yards. Going to bring it all the way across the map. You see Legal trying to get down the middle of the map with it. Octane from behind. He's up on top of Grandma's. You see the drone for a second in Classic's hands. Looney going to be able to pick up 1. Pop Psychosis. Fears is going to pick it up. 23 seconds to go.
That's going to do it.
H2K needs to make something happen right now if they even have a miracle of pulling this one out.
GG.
You see all of the kills being traded in favor of Rise Nation. They are going to take the series 3-0 against H2K, and this is obviously a good win for Rise Nation. You know, they kind of keep pace in that top 2-3. A really tough loss for H2K, and you know, TK gets blessed with a great night.
TK legitimately couldn't have a better night.
Yeah.
They could not have a better night than what they just had. The 2 teams they needed to lose, not only did they lose, they lost 3-0. Rise Nation take it with a scoreline of 3-0 over H2K, getting it done. And Matt, you mentioned if they win that S&D, you think it's a 3-0. Well, that's exactly what happened. There's a look at your playoff picture. TK now tied with that 9th place team. You can see how it affected the map win percentage as well, as H2K dropped almost a full 1%. Oh, man. This genuinely couldn't be closer.
Next week, it's a 3-horse race. It's TSM, H2K, TK,
I would love
believe.
to find out right now who those teams play.
One of them obviously will, well, 2 of them obviously will not make it.
I think we're both considering Luminosity's clear. Yeah.
I think Luminosity even has a chance to jump up further, you know, past the 7th place mark. It's what happens at that bottom spot, that 8th spot. H2K, TK, and TSM gonna battle it out next week over it.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy to watch.
Absolutely is, folks. That's gonna do it for the action on the secondary stream tonight. Had an absolute blast casting these 2 because you just feel how much is on the line for these teams. It's either A, you get to play for $250,000 and you get your spot into stage 2, or B, you drop into relegation where hungry challenger teams who have been grinding for this moment are ready to nab that spot away from you. Guys, next week is going to be lit, as the young ones say. You won't want to miss it. For Mr. X and myself, be sure to stay tuned. Tomorrow we have the Kadi Sports Weekly, 5 p.m. PST. This weekend, Australia and New Zealand Pro Division Stage Finals, $150,000 on the line.
Going right from here to the airport.
Matt will be there, as you said right there. Safe travels, Matt. Guys, go tune into the primary stream. There's still a whole other match to go tonight. You won't want to miss it. Have a good night.